We are live with, who's that? Is that Road Trip Dave? That's Road Trip Dave. Dave, what's going on, my man? How are you? Oh no, did we just lose Road Trip Dave right now? There he is. There you are. Oh, you're back. You're back. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing good, my man. How are you doing?
I could not be better. I am blessed and in a good mood, and I'm actually, it's hot outside and it's a little chilly, so I'm a little concerned that my wife is spending all my dollars on the air conditioning. But other than that, I'm great. Let's say hi to Jack, Rockin', Robin in the house, Mar in Memphis, one of my members and a good friend in the house. Make It Blue, former CM in the house.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow.
Here, scrolling down, we got my mom in the house. We got the Lynn Project in the house. What's going on, everybody? Oh, whoa, it moved a lot. Guys, you're talking. I just made my TikTok. Congratulations. I don't do TikTok, but I hear JLB Nerdy in the house. Alyssa's in the house. Michael Riley's in the house.
Michael Riley, welcome aboard.
I think I got everybody. It moved a little bit. I may have missed you. In the beginning, it's always a little weird. I am so glad to have you, Mr. Road Trip, Mr. Dave. We'll just call you Dave.
Dude, it is so cool, and it's an honor to finally be on DisTube. I think we were trying to get this thing set up.
Yeah, I think I erased where you used to be, but you used to have another. I don't remember what happened. It happens. That's why, like, some people ask me, like, for my future schedule, and I tried. Yeah. At the beginning, I put it out because I was like proud. Hey, look who's gonna be on the show, whatever. I don't do that anymore because life happens, man. Stuff.
Big time.
Hey, my wife wants me to go up on the roof with a ladder, or not that I would ever do that, but I heard a rumor that somebody might have been doing that.
Guilty.
Guilty. I mean, I'm the guilty one. You know what I don't do? I don't do ladders. I don't do roofs. I don't do high things. I don't think about high things. If I'm on a high thing, it better be Expedition Everest.
Very true. Now, here's the thing. That is the only time you'll ever see me get up on a ladder. So when it comes to if it's an actual roofing issue, if it's a direct TV issue, gutter issue, nah. So Mrs. Road Trip won't let that happen. Boys B, welcome aboard, man.
I was going to say, I think you got a friend here. It's funny you say Mrs. Road Trip. My wife was telling, we were doing a live stream the other day, and I said, hey, tell them your Instagram. And she said, Mrs. Dole Whip Dad. I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome, dude.
Stacey Rogers, what's going on? Welcome in.
Stacey, what up, girl?
Yeah, Michael, we know. Just, like, it's the internet. The whole planet is on the internet currently. So,
I told people, like, after my last live stream with Viapre last night, I said, if this doesn't change me, I might end up just setting up a little mini studio in front of the family TV and just do it there. Because that just seems like it's the best way to avoid the lag.
Yeah, I mean, lag is what it is. I mean, right now, no joke, not to get like way tech boring the whole world here in chat, but hey, Rachel loves Dizzy. The whole world's on the internet. I mean, it's Sunday night, first of all, right? Yep. I think there's like 2 or 3 big things. And that's the thing. I like that I picked Sunday night for DisTube, but there's always the specials, a Disney special, the President of the United States, some golf tournament. There's always something on Sunday night. So I shouldn't be mentioning it. They're all probably going to go look over there. But anyway, I'm glad we're finally together for the
great,
on a live stream.
Great.
It was neat. I jumped on the Viapre. I knew you were on. I don't know what I was doing, but I got in towards the end, and I got to hear you say what you say. Hey, Bobby World, what's going on? Welcome in. Anyway, let's talk about you. I remember, I don't think it was the first stream or the first video I saw of you. I think I already knew you. You got a name that's easy to remember. It's a brilliant name. I love it. But I remember the first time that I knew, all right, I like this guy. I'm a fan of this guy. Hey, Jim, more sunshine, please, in the house. And you were at, is it Carowinds?
Yes.
Feel like, okay.
Yes.
And I don't remember who you were with. It doesn't matter. But they were basically on the they were on the roller coaster, and you were not. You were beneath the roller coaster, and you were kind of having a conversation with them as they ran by, and you were screaming and laughing and cracking up. And I'm like, I'm in love with this guy. Sign me up to this guy's channel. You need to cheer up, my man.
Thank you, man. I need to cheer up. You know what? When I started doing my YouTube channel, I wanted to initially just be like vlogging Disney, but then I realized, I mean, here I am. I live in the Charlotte area. I live in a primo, amusement park that Cedar Fair is basically. They want it to be the Cedar Point of the East. They're wanting it to be a destination park. You can already tell they're investing. So when I was going there and I started live streaming, I'm like, I could do this here. It gives me practice. And I'm just telling Ed and Mindy this last night. I'm just myself. I mean, This is how I am when I'm with my friends. You know, when I crack up, I even crack up with my kids. Sometimes I have to be dad.
Sure.
But, you know, other than that, yeah, I crack up with them too.
You know what? If we could have our kids go back, we need a little Back to the Future for all our kids so they could see us pre them. Because all this anger, it's you. We were happy, but no, I'm still happy, and I love how happy you are. I'm trying to pull up the chat here. So there we go. Now I can follow.
Before we took responsibility, we were so easygoing.
Right? Yeah, they're like, Dad, why? Whatever. You're the reason. Anyway, but John Morgan in the house, welcome in, my friend. Thanks for being a member. Pirate Princess Red in the house. Thank you for being a member. I appreciate all the mods being here. Appreciate the members. Appreciate everybody. I don't know. I'm just an appreciative guy today. So Viapree in the house. We were just talking about Viapree. Let's talk about that. Prime later. Let's go there now. How did you have? Did you have a good time with them last night? Looked like.
Oh yeah. Oh, we had a blast. You know this is the funny thing about the live stream. The intent was top 10 rides. You know, our top 10 Walt Disney World rides. Hey, we didn't even start. 30 minutes into the live stream, we're sitting there because we're just loving, we're just having fun, we're just just cracking up, and I'll tell you what, the thing about Ed and Mindy is that they're such genuine people, they're such loving people, and one of the things I was telling Mindy has an infectious laugh. I mean, when she starts cracking up, it just makes everybody want to laugh. It spreads that joy. Yes.
Amen.
Yeah.
I love that. People say don't judge. Yeah, whatever. Judge and judge positively, and I judge them as they're awesome. And I was excited to watch you on their show last night. I didn't get to catch it all, but I did catch the at least the end third or the end half, and it was a good time. I thought we
made progress on the list. Yeah, after it was an hour and 48 minutes.
Well, and I was going to say that. So I in the beginning when I started the DisTube show, I would have pretty deep. I mean, for me, pretty detailed. I mean, anybody if my wife was listening, she's laughing. She knows that I'm never detailed. I went to college with her, and she watched how many notes I took. Zero. So anyway, but I did have a plan, and I think the reason I'm saying this is Ed clearly is a preparation.
Oh, yes.
Jeff is clear. What is the opposite of preparation? Me. So, but I had a list, and I would do.
I'm with you though, Jeff. I'm kind of the same way though.
It doesn't matter anymore because I get somebody on with like you. I put my notes down, but I didn't research. I know you. I wrote down the 4 or 5 things I wanted to make sure I got to if we didn't just blab the whole time. But we're going to blab the whole time. I'm me or you. I could say, hi, Dave, go. Or you could say, hi, Jeff, go. And, neither one of us.
Let me give you, like right here, okay, when I was looking over my top 5 stuff when I did my live stream with Dean, okay, it would top 5 must-dos that we've never done, okay? These are my notes. That's it. This is my prep right here.
It really is. It's funny because I think that's one of the neat things about this medium, the live streams, that I didn't get before I did it. And it depends on who the guest is. It depends on what you're doing. But people ask me all the time because of my show Creator Talk. They ask me, how to do stuff. And I'm like, I'm learning too, whatever. But one of the things I do tell people, which I'm starting to think I might be a liar on, is make sure you have a topic. I mean, there's a lot of people who come on and I get asked 2 or 3 times. I get asked often, hey, you want to come on my show? I mean, tell me more. What's the topic?
Right.
And I find the people who don't, this is rude and mean, but the people who don't have any idea of what to say are the ones that don't have any idea what to say. I mean, if you don't, and so I think that's one of the things that's endearing about you, to bring it back to you. Like Mrs. Viapree. You ooze joy, you ooze enthusiasm, which is different but related. And I'll never forget it. I wish I had the clip of it so maybe you can remember what you were doing that night. But I remember thinking this guy he needs to get off the coffee. And turns out that's just you. You're just happy. I mean, they're on a roller coaster. They can't hear you, Dave.
That's the thing. If I'm at an amusement park, that's the place to open up and be like a kid. And the thing that when I go to Disney World, or I go to Carowinds, or I go to Hershey Park, where I go there and I'm going, hey, this is fun town. It's like, yeah, we want to plan our vacation somewhat. We want to get an idea of what we're going to do. But live it up. Be free with who you are. Be open about just your happiness and the thing. And this is the other thing too. Like I always try to do that because when you do that, it's just like Mrs. Viafree's laugh. It's contagious. It's infectious. It
Joy
actually, yes, it brings out the joy in others. People are realizing, I can let myself go and let myself be around this guy, around my family. I mean, that's when we take our friends from church to Carowinds, we'll visit them. I mean, we always have a blast because we are ourselves, and we're laughing and cracking up. I mean, it's the best. That's the best way to live. I mean, you know.
I love it, and I deeply agree. You know, I think you attract what you put out, right? And you attract happy people. And you know, I hope I attract happy people. And you know, in the end, the people who are dour and grumpy and upset, they attract other dour and grumpy and upset people. And what do? They go to Disney and sit on the corner and are pissed off about the lines. I mean, I don't know. You go ahead and be mad wherever you are. But let's get back to you and your channel. What made you start a YouTube channel? I think I know the answer, but well, we'll find out together. What made you start a YouTube channel?
Well, here's the thing. Like immediately, a lot of people think, okay, you know, one of my partner channels being Resort TV One, that was it. It was not. It was not. The actual first YouTuber that inspired me to start doing my own YouTube channel was iTheme Park.
I don't know them. iTheme Park? Is that what you said?
You've never go it bad.
Did you say it right now? Well, you broke up a little bit. I might say iTheme Park.
iTheme Park, like iPhone. Like iPad.
Look, I don't take notes. I'm going to write that down.
Jeff, it blows me away that you don't know this guy.
Well, I'm also old and I have a bad memory, so. But, you know.
iTheme Park was one of the first YouTubers that started just posting park videos.
Are they still going strong?
He actually had some. I think his family had some health issues. Within the past year, but he just started back up now. He's starting back up and doing it all. Now, of course, right now with everything going on, he doesn't have a lot of content. But he basically he was doing the first walk around tours of videos. At least that's the first guy that I remember. So then he started posting rides, and then and now he didn't do live streaming. He's always been just a video guy. And never any narration or anything like that. But I was like, you know how it is when you go on Disney World trips, right? When you come back, you have the blues. You have the Disney World blues. I didn't realize all of a sudden I could stream YouTube into my TV and have iTheme Park, have Walt Disney World brought to me, and I could just relax and fall asleep watching it, just being in my happy place. And so I said, this is something that I would want to do as well. I mean, I would want to get my own, my perspective on it. Then Resort TV One came in the picture. And those are the guys that I would say, like, turn the light switch on for me. They're the ones that truly made it, like I said, okay, I'm going to do this. Because they started doing the live streams. One of the first live stream I saw with Josh, it was one of his first live streams at Hollywood Studios. And when I saw him doing that, I said, that is so cool. I would like to be a part of that. I could totally do that. And so ever since then, I've been doing vlogs, I've been doing live streams, and no, it's been great. It's been enriching to see, have like my roadies come in my channel and subscribe. And then even if it's like a live stream where I'm just blabbing, right, and I don't have any guests, it blows me away that my roadies would just come just to hear me talk and interact with the chat, and just I'm humbled, I'm amazed, and I'm thankful for it, because it's been enriching, and I hope to do this for many more years, Lord willing.
I love your attitude. I mean, I already knew that I love your attitude, but I'm going to steal that term right there, enriching. That's better stated than I say it. I want to be full of gratitude. Like when somebody sits here and they're listening to me and you talk, right?
Yep.
They're choosing, like, all the things we're talking about, that, Sunday night is usually there's stuff, family stuff and all that. And they choose to sit here to do that. And then sometimes they go above and beyond, and, they want to moderate, or they want to, they watch all the videos. Like it's an honor. It's humbling. And
it is.
I probably need some humble pie, but this is a humbling thing. But it's pretty cool on the other end too. Like, and I'm to speak about what you do. Well, we already said it. You spread joy. You spread your enthusiasm. You spread your love for, and in your case, well, theme parks. How often do you get down to the parks? How often do you do the ones that are local? And I know that it's the Carowinds, obviously Disney, but there's there's 3 or 4 other ones you mentioned. Tell us a little bit about those and how you rank them, your favorites and such.
Absolutely. Okay, so Walt Disney World is, of course, that is like my #1 favorite destination. The issue has been, when your family gets bigger and they get older, the cost of going to Disney gets a little higher. So we've been kind of rationing our Disney experience. Now, Lord willing, with everything going on, we had to cancel our trip at the end of this month, beginning of next month. However, we scheduled for the end of summer.
Nice.
And Lord willing, will be
this summer.
This summer.
I like the toppings.
Yes.
That's actually my video that, well, I don't know if I'll post it tonight or not. I'll post it tonight we'll see. It's done, but it's up, whatever. We'll see.
Yep.
Either tonight's or tomorrow's video, it's a contest on when we think the parks are going to open, and I'm trying to get people to go to my live stream in the mornings, whatever. But I'm going to ask you, when do you think they're going to open? I mean, it's not a question that's in my let's ask everybody list, but
yeah.
No, they are.
Well, I'll say this. From what I'm seeing with the Florida governor already opening up some places, what I'm seeing in terms of phases, yeah. I have to say that Disney would probably want to start phasing their openings in June. I don't know. I would say probably the theme park at the latest, I think would open June 15th. That's my guess.
I'm calling Memorial Day, and I think that's the earliest, and I like being a positive guy. I think the latest is the 4th of July. I don't think there's any chance that it goes. I mean, I was on a stream last night. People were thinking October. They were thinking 2021. It's amazing what a difference in opinion everybody's having. And it's regional. It's attitudinal, but it's regional, and it's your personal experience with all that's going on. And how is it? So. Do you have any local information on the theme parks in your local area? Because I know you're pretty darn close to the one, right?
Well, yeah, and now see, this is what's interesting is that the second park that we go to like a lot because it's about 20 minutes away is Carowinds, and Carowinds is basically an amusement park that sits literally in both North Carolina and South Carolina.
I remember you said that on that stream, that first time, that stream I watched you on, that you talked about that. That was cool.
It's right on. I mean, you walk right in. You're literally the entrance is basically divided by the state. So you'll see the state line in brick. You'll see
that's cool.
Yeah, you see the South Carolina counties here, the North Carolina counties here. They have the little names in brick. It's really cool. And so we would go. I would say, I mean, I frequented Carowinds last year 45, 50 times. It just, and our family was just about the same. I took a little extra trips because I was YouTubing. That's my excuse. But they are scheduled. Get this, May 15th, and they haven't changed the date that I've been aware of. I have not seen any notice veering away from that date. So I don't know. May 15th is the target. Now I get this. Now, for any of you guys who are ever interested in Carowinds, I have to give this promotion out, Jeff, because this will blow you away. They said that if you buy season passes this year for Carowinds, even a dining plan or without a dining plan, whatever it is, it's good through the end of next year.
That's cool. Wow.
The same price you will pay for basically 2 years. So, I mean, we jumped on that.
That's a deal.
Yeah, that's a flat out deal. So that's where we go. And so then like another park that we actually got a chance to go to last year was Hershey Park, and up in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And I actually got a chance to do a vlog for Hershey's Chocolate World. I actually am still working on I did a ride video. I've got another ride video for Hershey Park, a roller coaster on there. And I've got basically it's going to be a just complete vlog of our experience in Hershey Park. Hershey Park, let me tell you this. In terms of theming, if you gave that thing like maybe one upgrade or so, it would compete with Disney. It would the service there, the service there, the theming and all that. It was really just I don't know. It's like I hate to say magical experience, but it was pretty darn close.
I have heard you rave about it before, so putting it on the Disney level is pretty impressive, though. That's cool. Now you talked about vlogging a little bit, and you obviously live stream a lot. What do you prefer? Which one do you like better, and why?
I'm sorry.
For the vlogging video or
vlogging or live stream. Okay. This is a that's a good question. It's a difficult decision for me because I'll be honest, I like live streaming in the parks. Now I like live streaming at home, but kind of like what you and I were what you were talking about earlier, trying to find a topic, trying to make sure that you're on point with it, right? It's more of a struggle because then you're basically, you know, and you do a much better job of this where you actually have like, I mean, look at you, man. You have the background. And by the way, I meant to say that you have the mug.
Everything's okay.
Excellent. Well, here's that background behind you. That is epic. I love it.
I appreciate it. I actually have 5 or 6 of them, but I kind of love Adventureland. So
Adventureland is my favorite land too. I mean, Tomorrowland is just it's just underneath Adventureland. I love Adventureland. But yeah,
I love Tomorrowland, but they need to get a little more tomorrow in Tomorrowland for me.
This is true. This is true. But yeah, when I'm out there in the parks, right, and I'm live streaming, it seems like there's more. I don't know. There just seems to be more buzz. There seems to be more excitement. It's easier to just get caught up in the moment of everything. And what I really love too is showing off the rides. Like when I got to ride Copperhead Strike and I live streamed that, and people were on it. They're like, "This is an amazing roller coaster." I'm like, "Yeah."
Is that the one that goes like 90 miles an hour or something?
No. That one is the one it's like Rock and Roller Coaster in that it's actually themed. You go into like this area where Granny's making her moonshine, and then you spin out and accelerate at like 50 miles an hour. Like, yeah, there is no uphill or anything like that. Fury 325. Now, I don't think I haven't tried to live stream that, but that one goes 95 miles an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seriously, wow.
Love it.
I don't know. Like, I want to feel that. I don't know.
It would be. Trust me. When every time when you were going up that hill, like I keep thinking I'm used to this, and then I'm looking around and I'm going, no, I'm not. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm sick. There's something wrong with me. And then we're going down with that first downhill rush, 95 miles an hour. I'm like, it's the best feeling in the world, man.
Oh yeah, there's one in Vegas. It was about a decade ago. Actually, it was almost at state line. And so I don't know. It's just me and my wife before we had kids. So it's probably 2 decades ago, whatever. And it was indoor and outdoor, and they took you up, and then you leave the casino, and you're not, because you're inside the whole time, and then all of a sudden you're outside and you're really high, and I wasn't like prepared for how high it was. That was the first time I went, this might be the end for me. Yeah, it was great, man. And then it was, I love them. I don't do them as much anymore, obviously, but I don't know, just life is different now. But I love roller coasters. Me and my dad, we weren't buddies by any means. We didn't get along on a lot of things, but we sure loved roller coasters together. And that was one of my favorite things to do. It was actually in Knott's Berry Farm for anybody in Southern California. It was called Montezuma's Revenge. That was my favorite. And it was my favorite as a kid because it went from 0 to I don't know how fast like that. And it was just.
I know what you're talking about. I think Montezuma's Revenge, it was still around in 97, right?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I actually, when I was stationed out in California, I got a chance to visit Disneyland, and I visited Knott's Berry Farm as well.
I love Knott's Berry Farm.
That was a surprise to me. I didn't realize how I would like that amusement park because it was, you go to, like, my only other experience before, with Carowinds was Six Flags, and Six Flags is okay. It's pretty good. But in terms of theming, in terms of, a sense of place, Carowinds and Cedar Point seem to do it. But Knott's Berry Farm, like they were a step above. I remember, and like they had the Peanuts characters there at the time. And it was just, I was like, okay, Peanuts. Yeah, that's definitely something that should be in the theme park.
Yeah, we've got a Six Flags right down the road. Six Flags Arlington's not far from us at all. Mm-hmm. We had annual passes for a while. It's a lot of fun, but it's different. Like, you can't expect it to be. It's fun. It's rides. It's expensive day. It's a good time. But and they've got those real good deals too with the meal thing. A really good deal actually. But it's the theming. But Knott's is there. I love Knott's.
Yeah.
So back to your channel. When did you start it?
I did my first video. It was actually, now if you guys go to my channel and check out the first video. It was, I almost want to call it like my test video. We were in Litchfield Beach. It's a beach just below Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I filmed a minute of the ocean. And that was my first video. That was in August of 1997.
I mean, you know, the first video ever on YouTube. Do you know what the first video ever on YouTube is?
No.
It's a guy at the San Diego. He's the founder, one of the two founders.
Uh-huh.
He was a college kid at the time, I think, or maybe a 20-something. At San Diego Zoo. He says, "Hey, I'm at the San Diego Zoo," and he shows the elephants. He shows himself. That's it. It's like 18 seconds. Totally done. I mean, I stood right there. I grew up in San Diego. I know exactly where it was, but that was how it all started, and here we are.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this minute right now because I don't want to get it away from us. We're having a good conversation. We're right in the middle here. My buddy Bill Guerrero Sr. is my friend and my sponsor, and I want you to check out his channel. Here's a link to his. Actually, this is for Spotify. You can check it out anywhere where podcasts are. You don't have to go to Spotify. I watch it or I listen to it on Spotify. The Crawl on the Bottom's been talking about him. But here's his little ad for this week. This week, the podcast is going to have PPP Josh, Practically Perfect Park Hopping. He's going to talk about the Disney Sea. And oh man, Josh's Disney Sea sessions are great. So that'll be worth a listen for sure. Also, he's got a new video coming out, Walt Disney's Florida Project turning 50. I love his podcast. I like podcasts a lot. Do you listen to podcasts, Dave?
I do listen to a few. I had Lou Mangello, Our Theme Life, one of my partner channels. They were doing a podcast. Dean does a podcast as well with his Dreamers Empire stuff. And I mean, yeah, I've actually just copied that link because I want to check his podcast.
It's good.
out.
Well, and that's why I was going to ask you. Bill really likes the production side of it, and he's got these really neat audio clips and such. And I don't know, every time I listen to one, I'm like, man, I got to ask him about this. I got to ask him about this. I love podcasts. And, you know, it's funny. I thought I would listen to more podcasts during this time down. I haven't. I actually have done a lot. I've been doing a lot of creating. And that brings me to the question. So anyway, check out Bill's podcast. Check out his YouTube channel, Magic the Mouse TV. Great guy. I think I saw him in the chat. Regardless of whether he's here or not, go check out his channels.
I'm going to check him out.
He's a great guy. But shoot, now I lost my train of thought. What was I going to say to you? Oh yeah, so during this time, have you created more? Have you created less? And why either way?
You know what? I feel like I've created a little less.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, this is the funny thing. With my work, with my job that I'm doing now, I'm working from home all the time now, and so now that I was actually doing that before, but because of the business that we're in, it's basically commercial real estate. There's a client that we have that is in healthcare, and they get they're in the middle of this. You know, there's a lot of stuff that they're doing with the face masks and the cleaning, and just there's a lot of different things that we have to be involved in. So I've been trying to basically stick with work for the majority of the weekday, and then with my kids, when they're cooped up in the house every day for school, we need to get out. So it's like family day, basically the entire day on Saturday and Sunday. We have church online that we do on Sunday morning at our house. We were bad today. We didn't do it today, so we've got to do it tomorrow. Okay, by the way, can you hear me? Am I pixely or everything's good?
Okay, cool. Every now and then, but you get a little bit late, but you're good.
It's the wonder of my internet service. I think that's what it is. I blame that.
Well, I mean, the whole world. There's different pockets. Talking about Bill. Bill had that issue over there too. Yeah. I think that it just depends on your connection and the time of day and what's going on. I mean, if you look at me leaning forward, I'm constantly making sure I'm hardwired here because every time I'm unhardwired, it goes haywire. No,
I hear you there. So like I'm still being consistent with my live streams. Still been doing that. I just started picking up my video activity. I posted my last and latest Disney vlog. It was basically Toy Story Land vlog. So so for any of you guys who are on there, please check that out. That's it's basically we go through the Toy Story Land briefly. We kind of go through Toy Story Mania, at least the theming of the entrance and all that. And then we even do the I think it's pretty much like the first 2/3 of the Slinky Dog ride. Slinky Dog roller coaster, which was a blast. So I posted that. The latest one I posted was something that was because of the lockdown. We actually I did a little video of a strawberry farm. outside of Charlotte. So I finally got that posted. We went on a hike last week in it's a hidden gem of a park. It's a hiking trail in this tiny little town called Great Falls, South Carolina. It has rapids. It has a waterfall. I'm going to be posting that video this week. It's going to be like a Dave's rest stop video. It's just going to be complete. Yeah, complete, just relaxing, hiking, scenery and all that. It's just. I'll tell you this: we've been doing more great outdoor stuff.
I love outdoor content. I watch a lot of outdoor content. Nothing to do with Disney. I love it. I used to hike a lot. About 80 pounds ago, I hiked a lot. 20 years ago and 80 pounds ago. It's probably why I should hike again and lose the 80 pounds. Hey, Danny, what's going on?
We just started doing that. We weren't really big hikers at all. We were theme park junkies. And so with the theme parks kind of in hiatus, we've been doing the outdoors. My Mrs. Road Trip and I have actually talked about doing some more trips around the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina and South Carolina. There's a lot of waterfalls around that whole area. So we are going to go crazy, and we might make a little mini vacation of it.
Yeah,
doing that. Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, Mar says theme parks are hikes. Amen. Yeah, my biggest step days.
Exactly.
Right.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
So I don't know. I bet a lot of people are going to know this. I don't think you're Mr. Secretive, but you were in our Air Force, my man.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you for your service. Tell me about that. Did you love it? Just tell me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's a long time ago now. I'm starting to date myself now. But I was in the Air Force from 1996 to 2001. I first started off as I was actually working for explosive ordnance disposal while I was in training. I actually did that for about 4 or 5 months. They made me an honorary EOD member, which was really cool. They said the last person to be given that award on their flight was President Ronald Reagan.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
That was sick. I said, so this plaque is pretty darn awesome, right?
Goodness.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So they're like, yeah, you can wear the Bomb Squad T-shirts now and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I've been initiated, right? I was like, yeah, it was really cool. So then after that, I took my training and I became a missile combat crew commander.
Wow.
It's a ICBM launch control officer. You start up as a deputy, and so you're a 2-man crew, and so you start up as a deputy where you're kind of taking orders from whoever is the crew commander. I did that for 2 years, and then I became a crew commander for 2 years. And I was in Cheyenne, Wyoming, for most of my service during that time. The first part of my service during training and EOD, I was actually at Vandenberg Air Force Base out there by Santa Barbara, Santa Maria.
Yeah, I know that area. I'm originally from Southern California. So you have cooler former titles than me. I'm a former, Domino's pizza delivery guy, and I used to report to the Domino's pizza cook. So yeah, you're winning. You're winning.
No, dude, that is honorable work. And here's the thing.
Loved it. Loved it.
I actually had to do that for a while. I had to deliver Domino's. No, it wasn't Domino's. It was Donato's pizza. Did that for a few months. Yeah.
The dude tells me, man, see, you tell me this thing that is real, and I'm telling you a story about delivering pizza. They said, hey, if you put this big stupid thing on your car, that's going to totally ruin your car. We'll give you an extra 35% commission. I'm like, give me 3 of them. Stick them on the car. I loved it. Pizza Noid. Yeah, it was actually, I make fun of that job, but I had a blast, man. I had a blast. But I had a different kind of blast than you in ordnance.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness. That is, I
had to blow stuff up. It was awesome.
I only get to do that. Well, actually, my wife, thank you, babe. My wife, who just came in, and my daughters were out there kind of burning stuff. They were making, you know what? We've been making s'mores, and by we, I mean them, every day, I swear, I was a CrossFit champion before all this happened. Now I'm just, fat.
Dude, s'mores, that is my favorite. That's one of my favorite things on the planet. I love s'mores.
They're pretty good.
Oh man, so you guys have like a fire pit?
Say that, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a above ground one. Like you
Yeah,
you buy at Walmart, you throw stuff in there, you burn it, you scare the neighbors. That's what we got.
absolutely. Yeah, awesome, awesome. We've been wanting actually, Mrs. Roach and I've been wondering about getting one of those because we love making s'mores.
We actually we're on like number 3 because we burn the suckers down, man. You guys, my wife looking at me funny, but yeah, they use them a lot. And I say we, but I stay on the couch mostly. But whatever. Sometimes they bring me more.
We tried to toast marshmallows with the grill. That didn't work too well.
We've done that. So if it's bad weather out there, like my kid, like the other day, she's like, "Can we do them in the microwave?" We're like, "I don't think we're their s'mores then." She's like, "But can we anyway?" Yeah, we do scare the neighbors.
We end up doing the microwave too. Yeah.
Now I'm guessing you have better s'mores than me because you're right. Well, Mara just said it's like Hershey's chocolate. Aren't you in the land of Hershey chocolate, like Willy Wonka land right there?
No. So Hershey is basically 8 hours north. This is really funny.
Do you have a park there? I think I'm confused. I'll shut up and listen.
Yeah. No. Carowinds is the one that's near Charlotte. It's in the Charlotte area. So Hershey though is in Hershey, Pennsylvania, which is 8 hours north.
Oh,
77 to 81, and then over a state highway, you're there. It's really funny. Orlando is literally 8 hours south of us, and Hershey is literally 8 hours north of us.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. No, we
you did a video there. I mean, why do I have that in my head? I don't know.
Because we loved our visit. Okay. I did a live stream where I unboxed the thing that you can do at Hershey's Chocolate World, where you can make your own Hershey's chocolate bar. And I hadn't opened it. I hadn't tried it. I tried it live. Oh, it was fantastic.
I love it.
It was great. And of course, I'm seeing that when I was looking at the chat during the stream, I'm like, I am probably making a lot of people hungry. I don't know if I should be doing this.
That's one thing. I try to have a couple little snacks, and I actually have a show after this too. So once I plant my rear end here on Sunday, I've got a coffee, I got a soda. I actually don't see any snacks, but as we've gone over already, I probably could skip the snacks for a while.
That's all right, man. Hey, you got a setup. That's a pretty good setup. Like me, like I'm just drinking water.
I mean that's why you look like that, and I look like this. So keep doing
whatever.
You know what you don't have? You don't have in your setup, I guarantee it. You don't have travel bingo, right? Because I've got travel bingo.
No, I do not have travel bingo.
Just saying. So tell the people something they don't know about you. I mean, you're a pretty open guy. I'm guessing there's not a lot. I mean, there's one thing that I'm wondering if you might mention that, but I'll just shut up and listen. What do they not know about Dave that you want them to know? It's not like a deep, dark secret. But
let's see here. Well, I'm trying to think. Like people know that I sing on a praise band.
I was going to go there.
Church. You going to go there?
Yeah. That's I was going to
go there. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I started singing. I mean, I sang. I grew up in the church, and I sang youth choir. I actually sang at my college. I sang at there was a gospel choir that I actually sang with in my college for a little while, and so that. Most people do not know. I actually sang on a gospel choir. I mean, that. Yeah, man. I mean, it was really like we're moving and we're clapping and we're singing out, and there is no written music, so we're just having to remember everything that we're going through. That was really such a cool experience.
That is super cool.
Yeah, and it's amazing how much they ad lib. And what I mean by ad lib, they ad lib to the songs to make them even better, more dramatic. And I'm sitting here going, I did this. This is totally cool. So I did that, and then I started singing with my church. We have it's like contemporary praise rock music that we play normally. We whistle sing like Chris Tomlin. So
I love it.
Yeah, Phil Wickham. That's the other. That's been on Phil Wickham lately. What was it? Shane, just a bunch of other guys that we basically just lead and worship that way. And but yeah, I've been doing that for quite a while.
I love that. I listen to a lot of that kind of music myself, and my family's very talented. They sing. They're on stage a lot more than I am, and I've always thought that the creativity, the skill set, the I don't know, the skill set that it is to be on stage and to deal with what goes wrong, what goes right. Like, it's not like a football play. Like, you learn a football play, you really need to know about 3 seconds worth of stuff, and then you react to stuff. But if you're in a play, or if you're on a choir, it's like 30 minutes of choreographed stuff that you've got to be able to bob and weave, but still get back to, like, in football, you bob and weave, you just keep going that way. When you got a play, or when you got a performance on stage or whatever, the song is the song, and the dance is the dance, whatever. I've always thought that is like levels of magnitude, higher difficulty. Boy, I'm not getting to my point very well, but does that make sense? Like, get good at that. I mean,
I get what you're saying there. Yeah, no, what happens is you basically, you have your set list, right, of what you're going to play. You have an idea of like, everything that you're going to go through. And if, let's say, the click track doesn't work, or something, all of a sudden you got to start winging it. You got to, and like, for one thing, if lyrics go out on screen, you better know your song,
because everybody else knows, because it's right there.
Yeah, right. Because either that, or the technique. Now, when you're singing choir, you can get away with it a little bit, where you can say like watermelon, watermelon, and nobody would know, right? But if it's just like four people, they're gonna hear you singing that.
I love that.
I mean, I've been blessed to be able to at least keep up, musically. I don't think I'm that great of a singer. I don't think I'm that great musically, but I mean, it really has been just an honor to be with talented musicians like that. I mean, and to be able to do what we do. Now, get this, Jeff. We actually, Lord willing, on this too. There's an experience worship conference in Disney World coming up in September. I am scheduled with a few of my bandmates to go there.
Really?
Yes. That still is in the works. Hurricane Dorian canceled my last conference trip.
Right?
So,
Made me come home early.
Yeah. Yep. Made you come home. I remember that. I remember. You know what? I remember you were actually like on a chat thing. I'm on the highway right now, but I'm just going to listen. I forget whose live stream you were doing.
Pete and Kelly, because
it
was.
Yes.
They were blowing me up. Hey, come on the stream. I'm like, dude, I'm driving in the middle of. I have no idea where I'm at. I'm stressed out. I'm yelling at every car that goes by, and I don't even know why. And they're like, "No, come on, it'll be fine." And I had never done a mobile. I mean, I don't know. I should have just done it. Would have made me. Would have been. It's the worst decision I made of that trip, because I made it, and I was video. I was trying to make it fun, but that was a hurricane that never happened. That was stupid. I don't even like people named Dorian anymore. That was just.
Dorian is like some villain in what was that, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen or something.
It needs to be at Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
Will your channel, will us who watch your channel ever get to hear those pipes?
Negative. Negative, Ghost Rider.
I thought you were sure. I totally was expecting you to say yes, and you're like, no.
No.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you guys this about singing in church. It took me, I mean, like, every time that I would get up and sing, I would have cotton mouth. I would have cotton throat. It didn't even matter if I knew the music in and out. I was always self-conscious. Now, through the years of continuously going on there and leading in worship and singing, I got over that. But the one thing that I still am very nervous about is solo. I like to sing with a blend of harmony. If I did something on YouTube, if I ever did something on a video, it would be I would have to have like practiced a ton and just, and just felt so comfortable where I didn't even know people were watching, Yeah. I think that'd be the only way that would happen.
I sometimes do. I used to give a lot of speeches in my work. And the thing that scares people the most are heights and speaking in public, right?
Yep.
And I've always been amazed at people. Like, again, I've got a family, not me. I've got a family who gets up on stage. My daughter's going to go film. We go to a very large church, and she's filming for TV tomorrow. My
awesome.
Wife, yeah, it's pretty cool. And so they're always on stage. And I think that it's insanely harder to go up on stage, on camera or on stage, and have to, like, if I'm giving a speech, nobody knows my speech. I could forget totally what I'm saying. You don't
exactly.
know. If you're singing, you know, a Chris Tomlin song that everybody knows, you don't get to just improvise, or you have to really improvise, right? And oh, I think we lost him. Shoot. Well, hopefully there he is. Is he back? Looks like he's back. You're back. You didn't miss much.
Oh, no.
So I think that it's, again, levels of magnitude. I don't know if I'm saying that the right way. Harder and more impressive, and scary. I don't know. I'm stuck on this a little bit.
No. You're tracking all that, because there's the biggest thing about singing is if people know the song and they've heard the professional version, right?
Yeah, right.
And they hear you.
That's
and you mess up just one note from the transition, they're gonna know it. They're gonna know it. Now, I've heard some people sit there and say, well, you know, they don't have as much of a musical ear, so they don't hear it. But the thing is, you do. When you're performing, you do.
I never watched the show American Idol, but I would watch like the first week, because that freaking show's hilarious. You got Jim Bob on there, whose mommy told him he was really good, and he's trying to belt out Celine Dion, and it just doesn't come out right. And I'm cracking myself up, and Simon basically punched him in the face with his comments. I love that guy. Sooner Girl in the house. Long time no see, my friend. Glad you're here. And you know what? I think we're talking about some Christian music, and we talked about your area, and I've got Bo and Bear. Need to Breathe is one of my favorite bands.
Yes, I know them. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I bet you know the band. I was expecting they were your area. I love them. I've seen them live like 4 or 5 times. But anyway, we'll get off of that. We'll get back to Disney. So Disney. You go to Walt Disney World because you're up there. You've been out to Disneyland a few times. What's your favorite park, and more importantly, why?
Out of the Disney parks.
No, all right, it's okay. You can go off of Disney parks. Give me both. Give me your favorite Disney park and then your favorite non-Disney park.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, without a doubt, hands down, Walt Disney World. I mean, Walt Disney World wins across the board.
But that's 4 parks, though. I mean, you got to pick one.
Oh, a park with it. Okay. All right. Now, I'll tell you this, Jeff. This is going to freak people out. This is going to freak people out.
That's what I like.
You have asked me a question where I would have for years said one park. I'm actually changing my park. So this is the first. I used to love. Yes, first time announcement. I used to think Epcot was my number one.
That's my jam.
Magic Kingdom right now is my number one.
My wife would agree with you. So why? Well, not only why do you pick that one, but why now versus Epcot? What changed things?
I'll be honest, it's all the changes that are going on in Epcot right now. Now, I think once it's completed,
you don't like walls. Whatever.
They ripped out my fountain, man. They took out my fountain.
See, I'm new to Epcot. I mean, like the last 6 years, we're Disneyland people. So for me, I love World Showcase, and it makes Epcot my favorite park. That's how much I love it. The front is like more steps for me to get to where I want to go. It looks old to these eyes. Right. So I'm excited about what they're going to do. But I don't know the nostalgia that, a lot of you guys do for it.
Here's the thing. The one thing that I do love is that they're going to bring the old Epcot Center fountain back in the front of Spaceship Earth. I love that they're doing that. That's going to that's going to
sound amazing.
Yeah, I mean that makes me feel like home. Right? It just, and that's the thing. Like that, when I growing up in the '80s, I mean that was just the premiere. It was just a newer park. It was a different take on what you could do at Disney World, and it was so unique. Spaceship Earth is still one of my favorite rides there. Soarin', they got Test Track. Now, I'll say this. When Guardians of the Galaxy opens up as well as Ratatouille, that could end up pulling me back. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I'm just telling you how I feel. I'll let you know after my trip.
But you know what you haven't said, Dave? You haven't told me why Magic Kingdom. So okay. This is Epcot has gone down.
Epcot is okay. So Epcot was here. Magic Kingdom was always a close second, always. So really, it's the walls, it's the ripping out of Fountain of Nations, and so let me just one quick. Fountain of Nations, here's the reason why I really miss that. I grew up going there, and just I remember like when my mom and dad were shopping, I could relax while I was waiting there at Fountain of Nations. It was one of the most relaxing spots in Walt Disney World, in my opinion. And so then I've taken all 3 of my kids there.
Yeah, that is pretty cool, right?
Where they got the chance to just they would chill. Like I remember, like my kids would be running around, and then I'd put them in the stroller there at Fountain of Nations, and they'd be chilling, So now Magic Kingdom. The reason why that is now number 1 is it seems to basically have all of the elements and additional stuff now that I still want to see all the time, like the classic rides, like Pirates of the Caribbean. We talked about that. That's one of my top 10 rides of all time. Space Mountain, Splash Mountain. I mean, those are in there. And there were rides that I couldn't throw into my top 10 that are there. Jungle Cruise. I love Jungle Cruise. I think corny humor is awesome.
Hey, Barrel Boy. Yeah, right. I do. I love that's my jam. I'm actually sad that the movie's not coming out, but I love it. Yeah. I've said it before, so if you're a veteran of my show, I'm repeating myself. I apologize, but my grandfather actually worked in Disneyland before it opened, and he painted some of the.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I'm proud of it. Like I drive on that one. I'm like, yeah, this is my ride.
Yeah, it's awesome.
In my own little ride.
But I mean, like like you had the Main Street, train. Of course it's not running right now. But then, like, you have all the other, like, another classic that my family's really started to love is the Little Mermaid ride, the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, the Small World. I mean, I'll tell you this: when you take your kids to Small World and you see them, they see it opens their eyes. They love it. And Peter Pan too. It's the place to be. It's the place to be right now, and especially when they get Tron roller coaster up there. Oh, dude, I'm so there. So
funny you mentioned Small World. My grandma's favorite ride was Small World. She was nuts for Disney too. She lived right near Disney. It was her jam. She loves it. My kids don't like it. But here's the thing: Disneyland's Small World ride is like 1,000 times better than Walt Disney World's Small World ride. So
I see this. I only see. I remember going through it one time, and I remember thinking it was cleaner.
In California?
Yeah, the Disneyland seemed cleaner. There was just something about it. It made it look more cared for, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
It looked like it had more TLC for it.
I agree with that. I agree. I wouldn't have said it that way, but I think you're right. I think the iconic ride that is the Small World is not even related to whatever they got going there and across from Peter Pan and Walt Disney World. Like, I remember the first time I walked across, or I went through whatever, it's a Small World in Walt Disney World. I'm like, that stunk. What? All of these people think that's what this, no wonder why people don't love this ride anymore. It's just totally different. I don't know.
Well, the thing I love about the Small World at Walt Disney World, though, is the the music, of course, the environment, and the smell. I mean, I love that the boat ride smell.
Yeah.
But my favorite part is when you go into the South Pacific zone, and you're no longer hearing the words. You're just hearing Hawaiian music.
Yes. I'm hearing it right now in my head.
Yes, me too. Me too. I could sit in that room for 5 hours. I
think that is where I haven't been to Aulani yet, but I think that's not unbeknownst to me, that was Walt and all his minions saying, someday you're going to give me way too many dollars to go to Hawaii. And he's right, because I love that. I love that whole place. But that one, you're right. It's my jam. My spot one more time, and then I'm going to end with a question that I know you're not going to accept. But Bill, I've already talked about him. Bill Guerrero Sr., Bill Guerrero Jr. do a great job on their podcast. It's called Magic of the Mouse. Check it out everywhere podcasts are. Magic of the Mouse TV is the YouTube channel. Again, I want to mention that this week, PPP, that's Josh from PPP, Practically Perfect Park Hopping. He's going to be their guest, and he's got a Walt Disney's Florida Project Turns 50 video coming out soon. He's my friend. He's got a great channel. Go give him some love. Get over there and listen to the podcast. Now, last week I was making a big joke about listening to mine and not Lynn's and not Orlando guys, and now in the future not Josh's. And I was kidding then. No, I wasn't. I was telling you the truth. Listen to mine twice, because we are having a contest.
Hey Jeff, hey Jeff, real quick. Tim Pruitt is summing up our feels right there. The poly feels that way to me, Jeff. Tim Pruitt's comment there. That's why poly is my jam. Poly is my number one.
I love it.
Yeah. It's where it's home. It feels like home.
We got to sign. I didn't plan on signing up for DVC the day we signed up for DC. I was shocked, and I didn't even know what a home park or home resort meant. And the dude said, "So what park do you want, or what resort do you want to be your home?" I'm like, "I don't know what that means." And he was saying all these things I didn't understand. And then he says, "Would you like the poly?" I'm like, "Wait, what? I can go to the poly?" Yes, please. How many dollars do you want? Which one of my kids do I not get to see anymore because you're taking payment here? I swear, I feel a tinge of guilt when I'm at the poly, because I feel like that's where, billionaires are supposed to be or something. So yes, I do think you should sign up for DVC, people. It's the best thing I ever did. But anyway, I got to get back to you. So you talked about 80s. You grew up in the 80s. You talked about music a lot. I love music. I was editing a lot this weekend. I listened to Oingo Boingo's live at the whatever amphitheater, their last concert ever. And I was listening to 101 Depeche Mode, the 2-album set, live music, 80s. Now, I don't know the style of music you like. It seems like you like some contemporary Christian just like I do. Yeah. I must know, 80s boy, what 80s music is iconic for me? I just gave you 2. Journey. I need to hear from you. What do you love? You love music.
Dude, you just named my number one secular band of all time. Journey.
That's awesome, right?
Journey. They rock. Van Halen is a close second.
So David, Sammy, both. I need to know.
All right. Here's after the third guy, I like them both. After the third guy, I like them both. It's like I could appreciate. Like I was more. I'll say this: before the third guy came along, I was more of a Van Hagar guy. I
am too. Everybody gets mad at me. I love that. Look at David Lee Roth was iconic, but Sammy, if I could have, there's like 100 voices that if I could only have one voice I might pick, but Sammy's is one of them. I love Sammy.
Dude still has pipes now.
I love that guy. I want to know that guy. That's how much I love him. Yeah. Look at Pirate Princess Red. I just fell in love with you again. Oingo, Journey, Van Halen. If my family's away, like when they go to and they go to Disney, like I pretend like I'm mad because I want them to, bring me stuff home and stuff. But shoot, I'm the house that everybody doesn't want to drive by because I got Oingo and Journey and Van Halen and Depeche Mode and Crank.
Now get this, Jeff. Now get this. My introduction into rock and roll and even like Christian rock. Okay, there's a band. I want to know if you know this band. Okay, it's a 5-letter word.
The 5-letter.
It's a 5-letter word. It means rock. No. It's a Christian band.
Oh, okay. It means rock.
It means rock.
It's a 5-letter word. It means rock.
Yes.
Oh man, I feel pressure. I've got to get it. Means rock. Well, is it like a
Petra?
So,
you had help. You had help with your family.
I did. I didn't get it. But I do remember Petra, and I feel like we've been like right on the money. We part ways with Petra. We part ways with Petra. They're the dudes. Are they the guys with the super bright pants?
No. That's Striper.
Oh, it is Striper. I am thinking of Striper.
Yeah. Petra, they're the ones now.
I'm anti-dudes in tight pants in general, just to get that out there. just in case someone needs to hear that.
Now, here's the thing. I do like Striper. I'll admit, I like him for the music, but Petra was.
You better not like him for the pants, or we're.
No. Yeah.
No. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So.
No, Petra actually came out. They were the first Christian band that came out with a praise album.
I don't think I know them. I know the name, but I don't think I know them.
If there's a couple of songs that were popular in the late 80s, early 90s. That was when I was in high school.
I gotta be honest with you, Christian music came a long way since then.
They were the thing about Petra though is that they were considered the pioneers because they're
Grant and
yeah. Oh no. This definitely wasn't pop, like Michael W. Smith or Amy Grant.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, and I do love them too. But I love these guys because they played some just jamming hard rock stuff that just got me pumping up, and they got me pumped up for God. You know, and I'm sitting there going, this is the best band ever.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
And they were very talented too. Like, I mean, if you could see, and now here's a little thing too. The drummer, Louis Weaver, he wore Mickey Mouse on something every concert, every video. He was a big Mickey Mouse fan.
Now this is the guy from Petra?
Yeah, Louis Weaver. He was the dreamer. He was the drummer for Petra. So yeah, look them up. Look them up. Look up for a video or something like that from like 88 to 91. You'll find it.
Good
It's
stuff.
awesome.
Look, we're having Christian rock talk here with Dole Whip.
I know, man. Look at that. Don Henley.
I can talk for hours on this stuff. Make It Blue. Disney Adventures says she likes, or he or she likes Newsboys. It's she, right? I think it's she. I don't want to.
Newsboys, yes.
I love them a lot. Now they got Michael Tate. I love that first hit they did when they brought. Look at me nerd now. They brought back Kevin Max. So they had 2/3 of DC Talk.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Don Henley. I'm supposed to ask you about Don Henley.
Don. Okay. So you know the story behind this, right?
I don't. No.
You
I like
don't?
Don Henley. No.
Okay. No. So I did a live stream. I think it was like it was my first year I started doing live streams. And I can't remember. It was sometime, I think it was August of 2018, 20 or something like that. And I started off it was the end of summer, right? So I was playing the Don Henley song, the intro to Boys in Summer.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah.
It's a fantastic classic song, right? I only played 15 seconds. Of the song.
Yeah, it's got a good intro. I got you.
Yeah. My video was banned worldwide.
Goals. That's awesome.
When you clicked on the video, it literally said banned worldwide.
Like North Korea style.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I had to dub that entire introduction out with some other generic, YouTube rock music. So like, I'm not even like, you see me moving with the rhythm, but the rhythm is not even on now. But Rob Fuzz knows about that because Rob saw that, and he one of my partner channels as well. He messaged me and said, "Dude, your video got banned." Like, what?
So not like copyright strike, not like taken down, but banned. Like,
yeah, like they basically just like, instead of getting hit with a copyright, they just knocked it out. So wow. Don Henley has this clause in his agreements. Apparently, you play any of his music, I mean there's like no sharing whatsoever.
Interesting. I'm gonna do a Don Henley song video just to see what happens now.
Do it, man. You should do it.
Now, Kay has mentioned this I think it was Kay, a couple of times I've seen. I'm supposed to ask you about being the bad boy of YouTube. We're a little over time. You got another 2 or 3 minutes because I don't want to. Good. Cut off already. Okay, cool. If you're the bad boy of YouTube, then I'm the biggest jerk ever. So what?
that Don Henley thing. The bad boy of YouTube. I ran with it the next week because the next week I put on sunglasses. And I said, I can't remember everything I said, but I totally just, I went with it. I'm like, I'm a bad boy, and it was great. Everybody just loved it. And it got to a point where I'm just going to continue living that tradition, that legend. That's in my reputation.
We're going to play a little Chris Tomlin and be the bad boy of the YouTube. A little harder to do than you think, but whatever. Hey,
it's a little difficult when you're doing Chris Tomlin. Yeah,
I love Chris Tomlin. I don't think. Anyway, I'll leave that alone. And Rockin' Robin said something about Toby Mac. I met Toby Mac. Not as tall as I expected him to be. But anyway, nice guy. Anyway, so I had a blast. T Marie or somebody put in their favorite DisTube. That means a lot to me. A, because that means you've been here more than once. So thank you very much. But B, I knew it. I put it right on there. No pressure on you, but I said crack it up with Dave, because I knew I'd be laughing a lot. I've never watched even 30 seconds of any of your content and not had at least a big smile, let alone a laugh. So that's
awesome. I don't know. I kind of feel like I let you down today. It's like I was a little bit more even keel today. I don't know.
Well, if you think this is letting me down, then we'll have you back because.
All right, sweet.
And anyway, I love you, my man. I love your channel. Tell the people we're a little over time, so I apologize to you and I apologize to everybody in chat. I do want to promote me. Creator Talk in 25 minutes. Yeah, wherever he is. Me and Lynn, the Lynn Project, every Sunday night after this show, we usually have like a 30-minute break. It's going to be about a 15-minute break tonight. And or we might be a little late because potty time. But anyway, we're talking about a couple things. We're talking about A/B testing with TubeBudy, and we're going to be talking about a new thing we're going to do, creator coach talk. It's going to be something where I'm going to share tonight where I think we all should, and where I go to get a lot of good information on how to grow and learn and do this thing that we call YouTube. And then A/B testing, Lynn's been crushing it with her thumbnails lately, and she's going to talk about what she's doing. She's new at it, but she wants to share what she's doing with TubeBudy, and we're going to give away a free month upgrade of TubeBudy if anybody wants it. So that'll be cool. If you're not using TubeBudy, you're crazy. www.tubebuddy.com/Dole Whip Dad for a free download. And if you want to get hooked up with a free upgrade, hit me up. But we'll talk about the next show. What do you got coming up for the peeps, the roadies? Let's do that again. What do you got up for the roadies?
Well, right now we're still homies, though, yo.
Oh, that's right.
Right now, since I'm still home trip, Dave. All my roadies are homies now.
Dave, yes, I like that.
Well, what we're going to do coming up in 2 weeks, or a little less than 2 weeks, I got another partner channel that I am gearing up for, and I am really hoping that they will be available. I think they will be so far, but we shall see. We shall see. Not going to say who it is. Don't want to give away the house just yet. But that'll be coming up in 2 weeks. I have my Dave's Rest Stop video coming up. You'll be seeing that within the next few days. Just be able to just enjoy the great outdoors, relax. Don't worry about viruses. Don't worry about anything that's going on in the world. Just enjoy it. I hope you guys can enjoy this video. It's not an amusement park, but it was really a hidden gem of a park that we found in South Carolina. It just blew us away, and we're hoping to, hopefully might even do some more of those videos.
I love that.
Yeah, man. And then Hershey Park vlog is coming up, and then I'll say this: if Carowinds is scheduled to actually come up this next 2 weeks to open, I will be, what's the word? I will be prepared to basically live stream that, because that will be pretty epic.
You and everybody. So we've been open. My office, my store, and my office are in the same county, and it opened a week before everybody else. Texas basically opened up Friday, but we'd been open a week before.
Wow.
But this Friday, there was actually traffic at midday in the downtown small little town in Texas because people are so sick of being inside.
Oh, yeah.
So wherever you live, when they open it up, that might be the day to stay home because the whole world.
I thought about that. I was like, well, I was thinking to myself that maybe there might, people are still a little, concerned about going out. So maybe there might be not as many crowds. So maybe I'm being too optimistic on that.
That's possible. You know what? That's the thing. I was in a chat last night, and I don't want to get into this too much. Caitlin, come into the next show or email me. I'll talk to you more about it. I think that people are afraid to stop being afraid right now, and I think that's a really good way to say it. I don't know where it came from, but
I think that's a great phrase. I think you summed it up perfectly.
I don't know why. I actually think I do know why, but you know what? Fear is a liar. And if you're more comfortable being afraid, then go ahead. But what's going to happen, in my never so humble opinion, is the 30% are going to leave their house and go do their thing, and then 70% will be scared, and then it'll turn into 50, and then it is what it is. It depends on where you live. It depends on your personality. It depends on your health. It depends on who you know that had it. So it's okay. Everybody's okay. You can be who you are. But what I'm annoyed with and expecting it to get worse, frankly, is this seems to be this thought that what I feel, other people have to feel too. I feel that we need to go to work. You feel that you should stay home. We can both do that. I really think that. And
I couldn't agree more, dude. I couldn't agree more.
If you're stressed out and you're not full of joy, it's probably because you think other people are supposed to do things that you want them to do. You can control one person, and that's you. So
that's right. You got it. You did that so well. I don't even have anything to add to that, because I'm 100% behind you on that. You nailed it. That's awesome.
I get grumpy, I get negative, I get angry, I yell and stuff, but it's a small season of my hour or day or whatever it is. In general, if you're grumpy and scared, it's because you're choosing to be. And I probably lost 12 people, but
no, you know what? I want to say this real quick, because I know you're gonna cut it off here, but I just want to be honest with you guys. I did struggle with some anger and frustration with how people were acting. And it was because I realized I was plugged in too much to the whole situation. I needed to put that down, put that stuff down. I needed to go to prayer, and I needed to spend time doing what I enjoyed with my family and with you guys. That has been the key. Like my Mrs. Road Trip even said something to me. She's like, it's like, wow, it's really made a difference here the past couple of weeks. And I'm like, because I've given it up now. It's time for me to just be happy with who we are, be happy with the family that we're blessed with, be happy with the experiences we're able to have, and go where you feel led. Right.
I'll say, and we do need to end because I'm going to run out of time here, but I'll say this one last thing because I'm in preachy mode. So, you can leave if you don't want to.
Preach it, brother.
If you could pick any time, any place ever to be born and live in, any place, any time ever in the history of the world, you're an idiot, in my never so humble opinion, if you did not pick right now, today, with the internet, here in America. So if you're with COVID, if you think that this is a bad time, you need to have, comparison kills joy, but compare yourself to anyone else on the planet, any other time on the planet. This is the best time to live. This is the best place to live. And if you want to get your voice out, whether it's about Disney or anything, you want to be a racist jerk, this is the best place for it. You want to spread joy, this is the best place for it. You can do whatever you want right here. It's the best distribution system ever. So
do it.
You're supposed to tell other people how to feel and go be you. And if you want to be sad, be sad. But leave me out of it. I'm having a good time over here. All right, that's it.
Amen.
Get over to Dave's channel, give him some love, subscribe if you haven't already. I usually forget this, honestly. I wanted to see how many you had at the beginning of the show and maybe how many you have at the end. Guys, do me the personal favor and go watch his videos. I'm guessing most of you already know him, but if you don't, get over there. You're going to like his channel. Dave, I appreciate the hour. Well, the hour 15, man. I'm sorry to keep you long, but
dude, no, this was fun. It always happens every time when you're having fun. The time just flies. So
I love this hour every week. I love getting to know better people I already like. I love getting to know better people that I don't know very well, and I love sharing what you do with. It made my life better learning about this community. And anyway, that's why I like this show. But I'll shut up. How do you want to leave it? And then we'll say goodbye to the people.
Well, first of all, Dole Whip Dad, you are really you've been such a huge supporter of this community. I just want to thank you. Thank you very much for having me on here on DisTube. This was a blast. This was awesome. I want to just see what more that you do for the community. I know that you've got a lot planned. I know that what you're going to do is going to be incredible. For any of you guys that are out there, if you're not subscribed to this guy, you need to now. Okay, you need to do it because he keeps us motivated. I'm gonna be honest. You have actually motivated me more just by being on the show, man. I appreciate that. Seriously.
You're making my day. I appreciate that. And
I'll
talk to you off when we're done here, but I'll say it publicly. If there's anything ever I can do for you, please give me a holler. People, you can do something for me right now, and it's go over to Dave's channel and subscribe. And if you already have, watch 3 videos. And when you're done, come over to Creator Talk, which is going to start in about 17 minutes-ish. Because, again, I do have to go potty. And, yeah, we're talking about A/B testing thumbnails and where to get some awesome creator coaching for free right on the YouTube platform. I'm going to shut up.
Awesome. That'd be awesome.
Dave, you're awesome. Chat, thank you. Mods, thank you. Members, thank you. Subscribers, thank you. New people, thank you. People who watched and didn't like my hair, thank you. Whatever. I appreciate you being here. Have the best day ever. Go wash your hands and go have a great day. I hope you get to go to work tomorrow, whoever you are. If not, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, everybody. Laters.